8 mysterious celebrity deaths that were never investigated. 1. Brittany Murphy. Murphy's cause of death was determined as heart failure. It was said to have been caused by pneumonia. 4 years later, her father had a laboratory analysis done. It showed signs of heavy metal poisoning. He sued the county to reopen the investigation, but they never did. 2. Leslie Howard. In 1943, Howard was on a flight from Portugal to the UK. The plane was shot down by a flight of German bombers. It was a civilian plane flying over undisputed water. The German planes went out of their path to shoot it down. It's believed that Howard was killed to demoralize England. 3. George Reeves. Reeves had a drunken argument with his friends. He went upstairs and shot himself in the head, but many believe that he was killed by his ex-girlfriend. The gun was too thickly oiled to find fingerprints. Gunshot residue testing wasn't typically done then. 4. Bobby Fuller. In 1966, Fuller was found dead in a car in LA. An examination concluded that it was suicide. Fuller had poured gasoline on himself. Then, he locked himself in a hot, sealed car. But the autopsy also showed signs that he was beaten. Some theories state he was killed by the mob. 5. Albert Decker. Decker was found dead in his apartment by his fiancée. He was discovered naked and bound by chains. A noose was wrapped around his neck. It was looped around the curtain rod. He was blindfolded and had a ball gag in his mouth. Hypodermic needles were sticking out of his arms. Someone wrote homophobic slurs on him with lipstick. His camera equipment was missing. However, Decker's death was ruled a suicide. 6. Bob Crane. Crane was bludgeoned to death with an unknown implement. He was found strangled in an apartment in Scottsdale, Arizona. Crane had a collection of homemade adult films. It led the police to the main suspect. He was an electronics sales manager named John Carpenter. He had helped Crane set up his elaborate taping system, but the police couldn't build a case against him. 7. William Desmond Taylor. Taylor was found shot dead in his Hollywood bungalow. A bullet hole was in his back. His body had to be rolled over to reveal it. Key evidence was either lost or stolen. After 20 years, the case was filed away. 8. Peter Tosh. Tosh was shot dead in a home invasion. 3 men attempted to extort him for money. Tosh claimed he didn't have money at home. The group's leader, Dennis Loban, allegedly panicked. He shot Tosh in the head at point-blank range. He then opened fire on Tosh's friends approaching the house. Loban was found guilty of triple murder in a closed trial, but he always proclaimed his innocence. The other 2 men were never named or investigated.